Okay, let me get back on Zoom here. All right, good. So got it. All right, well, welcome everyone to the call. If for any reason you can't hear me or if you have any questions or anything, you always can use the chat box. I see Dave's coming on, Doreen's here, and obviously more people are going to be coming on as well. Like I said, sorry for the slow start this morning with getting this set up because it's my first time actually doing this live. I did a couple tests the other day. I posted them up on the group just so you guys could see kind of how things are going to look. But like I said, the reason why I did it is real simple. Like for me to do the back end on these things is a little bit more difficult whenever I have to, make the video and then to process the video and then upload the video to YouTube. And plus it takes up a lot of space on my computer because I got tons and tons of Zoom saved. So I figured, hey, let's just go live on YouTube. YouTube will save it for as long as I want it to. I mean, I've got YouTube lives that are years and years old. So now we'll have an archive of these trainings. And then also what I'm going to do is make it for subscribers only, or a private video so that if you're a subscriber, you can share, and then I can take them down afterward if I need to. For any reason, because of compliance issues or anything like that, because, last thing I want to do is get in trouble with Valara for maybe saying something I shouldn't say, and then them pulling my video, or whatever. So what I'm gonna do for this video really is something that I think everybody should be doing no matter what. So whether you're in our business or you're not in our business, obviously, like, whenever I did my announcement, I said, hey, look, this is a mindset training as well. So there's going to be people who are going to get, some information, or they're going to glean from these teachings just because I like to teach about the mindset of sales and business. And change my background to kind of make it a Valara theme, but anyways, that you could take to anything that you do, no matter what you're doing. And it's really just about, sometimes it's about sales, sometimes it's about overcoming objections, or whatever you're dealing with, which a lot of people deal with a lot of things in business. So today, what I'm going to talk about is this amazing program that we have access to right now. It's Subscribe and Save and Join. And it's something that I think that, we really need to get the word out, especially with everything that's going to be coming in the month of June. If you haven't heard, May 31st, the company's making huge announcements for, new product launches and new systems. I don't even know. So, I mean, you'd think I know, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who do know, but I don't know really what's coming. But I do know that it's going to be some really cool things that are coming out. New programs. I think, I don't know if you guys saw that. Well, I don't know if only executives get it, but there's some emails with some advancements to the pay plan and different things like that. So it's really, really exciting about what's coming down. And that's going to be live on Wednesday. So, if you go in your back office, you log in, the first thing you're going to see is that there's a live announcement, that you can join in on Zoom. It's going to have Zoom links. You're going to get email. There's people are going to be doing like groups and different things like that. So make sure you're getting plugged in on that Wednesday call, because this is huge. I mean, like they call it almost like a relaunch of the company. So, I mean, if something's been launched and it's already this good and they're going to relaunch, how much better is this summer going to be? So it couldn't come at a better time for all of us. I mean, obviously, normally in the summer, people lose focus on anything they do business wise. Because why? Because kids are getting out of school, summer vacations are happening. People kind of pull off their side businesses, and focus on their family and fun. But when you have an announcement that's going to be this big, it's going to put a lot of heat in the, a lot of coals on the fire for our summer. So, it's just exciting stuff that's coming. But what I want to go over today is Subscribe and Save and Join, and how to do it. And I'm just gonna take a few minutes on it. And like I said, this is going to be live for now. Hopefully some people jump on, and every once in a while, I'm just going to go ahead and check my feeds and different things like that to see if, where I'm doing better, because eventually, actually, I was looking into a new platform. I think it's a free platform that just had launched. It's kind of like a Zoom meeting room that you can actually broadcast live to different platforms through. But it's kind of just getting started, so there's still some glitches to it. So I don't want to jump fool onto anything until it's proven, right? So anyways, this other one, from what I understand, is it will be, it's going to be a lot more user friendly as far as like sending somebody a form to join. Okay, so this is a new technology that it's kind of just emerging, and I can't remember the name of it, but I just was on a meeting about a week ago with some guys who are launching this new kind of Zoom 2 platform, but it's not Zoom. And what's going to be cool about it is like, we could do meetings, we could do healthy home shows and different things like that. We could do screen shares, we can do, all these different things. But at the end, there can be a call to action where I can actually send you. It's almost like you'd be sitting at a desk with somebody and you can slide the document across the table and say, here, if you're ready to join now, just go ahead and click on this link, and then it'll take you to my sign up page, and you can go ahead and get signed up, sign the documents, and become, get your free whatever, or, become a business partner, or do what, or make a sale. And so that's a new platform that I'm going to be looking into switching over to from Zoom. So right now it's just really about transitioning as, the teams get bigger, and, we want to accommodate people. And then obviously our teams are spreading, across the United States. So, right now it's 11 a.m. here, but somewhere else it's, it's early, people are running to work, and maybe, even here, there's a lot of people at work, or plus it's Memorial Day. So a lot of people are celebrating with family and different things. So I'd like to have it set up so that I'm not wasting my time, or I'm not wasting your time. We come on, we do the meeting. And then if you want to go back in the future and rewatch, it's all going to be available to you. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you go on to the YouTube channel and hit subscribe. And then you can hit the notification button, so you'll be notified every time I go live on the YouTube live. And this is all kind of, redundant stuff now, but in the future, I think this is going to be, where we take our meetings to. Okay. So what I'm going to do real quick is I just want to check a couple things here on my end, and I want to do a screen share of the new subscribe and save and join feature. And then I'm going to go over a couple highlights of that, and we'll go from there. So I just need to, don't mind all that beeping. That's my computer, because I just logged in. All right, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so let me just go to my screen share, and hope everybody's doing good today. And here we go. All right. Okay, so obviously this is my my Facebook, or my Facebook, my Vollara, my front page of my Vollara business. Each and every one of us has a front page. And subscribe and save and join was a pilot project that the company put out a few months ago, and it was kind of an old-fashioned way of doing business, which our company really is old-fashioned, but it was all done on paper. So if I wanted you to join my business, like, for example, if Dave or Doreen wanted to sign up, they would have to go through a whole process of, here's the paperwork, sign here, initial 4 different places. Yep, I'm gonna mute you, Dave. Initial 4 different places, and then pick your thing, add this, do this, and then I had to take it and fax it into the company. Which I don't even have a fax machine. So then you take a picture of it, you take the picture, send it in. That's not easy. But it was also a pilot program. Okay, let's see. Hang on, make sure I'm still sharing the screen. Okay, let me just double check and see. I hit the wrong button there real quick. So let me just bring this up. Yeah, good. I'm still good. All right. Just want to make sure I can still, so you guys can still see my screen. Hey, Christina. Okay, so anyways, what they decided to do this last week was to automate the process to make it so much easier for us to bring on new people with the free subscription. Okay, so what they did was, if you just go into your normal join area, so I'm sure most of you know how to do that. So this is my website. It's simple. You have your web handle. So mine's Vollara.com. /Prov3 Global. You can see it right at the top, PROVB3 Global. You'll have your own. So you go ahead and you put that in, it brings it up. I always tell people, make sure you can see my name at the top. See, it says Martin Christina Alfano right there. Welcome from, yours will have your name on it. And then down here, it says buy now or join. And then it says business associate. Okay, so buy now or join. Okay, now you can also have somebody buy now as a customer or whatever, but right now, buy now or join, you put business associate. Okay, and then you see how it says nutrition on the left-hand side. So this is where we want to focus on. So this is it. Subscribe and save and join. First month's free. And so all they did was they eliminated the old way of joining with nutrition. Obviously, there's going to be the password, which I'm not going to tell you what it is because it says live, you know, but you all know the password to get on. And then in the back here is your options. So they made it super simple, guys. It's like this, you know, if you want Essentials for Life, click on it and get it. And it's free for the person. Look, it's all laid out. It says you're choosing to sign up for a monthly subscription for Essentials for Life at a special subscription price of $62.39 plus tax, regularly $77.99. With your first month, fresh natural nutrition with free shipping. It says you can easily modify, pause, add, or remove products from the subscription by calling Vallara customer service at 1-800-989-2299. And you have at least 5 business days before your next process date. So it's laying it out for the person. So they can come on, they can choose Essentials, Keto Zones, Resist, or Revive. And I did what I did the other day is I did kind of a test on YouTube with the YouTube Live on ketone zones, and I went over the benefits of it. And so the important thing for us is to learn each product, why people should use it. We should also be using it ourselves. So, you know, if you're not already using some of these things, give it a try. I know most of you already are. But this could be a nice foundation for our business and really to get people connected. And then after they join, there's a ton of benefits of being a member that the company will introduce to them kind of on a drip campaign to get some of our other technologies and different things like that. So there's going to be some incentives for the people who join. But for you, it's great to have somebody, you know, trying out your products. I mean, how many of you have ever been to like Sam's Club, right? And you walk down the aisle and, you know, they say, hey, would you like a free sample of peanuts or whatever? You know, and so heck yeah. I mean, it's like feeding time at the zoo at those little stations, right? So everybody can't resist and you go and it doesn't matter. It could be something you hate, right? You know, hey, would you like to try bologna and cheese? Yeah, sure. I normally wouldn't eat that, but since it's free, I'll try it, you know? And so human nature is we want to try new things and we love free, right? And so, but, you know, the other side of human nature is there's normally a catch to it. So, you know, hey, I got a free trial, but then I got stuck on something where like I've done that before too, you know, where it's like, oh man, like for example, YouTube Premium, because I thought, man, I might need to upgrade to YouTube Premium. So then you stick it on for the free trial and then you forget about it. And, you know, a year and a half later, you realize you've been paying, you know, $10 a month for a year and forgot about it, right? And I've also done that with vitamins on Subscribe and Save as well. So a lot of people kind of, they steer away from it because of that. You know, how many times have you, I don't know about you guys, but I'll go on, say Amazon and, you know, I'll need something like, let's say I want to try out you know, maybe a supplement or something like that. And then it says, click here to subscribe. But then something in me goes, oh no, you know, I don't want to subscribe to that because I'm not going to be able to cancel and I'm going to be, you know, stuck with all this product that, you know, maybe I don't even like it. Right. So human nature really is going to be sometimes that we don't want to try the free thing because the free thing could be have a catch or a hook to it. Right. How many of you ever had that before? Right. So anyway, with this, they lay it out right here. It's free, but you can modify it easily. You can easily modify it, pause it, add it, remove it. And it really is easy to do, guys. So it's not like a situation where, you know, you're going to be stuck. Your friend And I have people that go, I don't want to sign my mom up for that because, you know, then my mom's going to be stuck and it's going to be on her credit card. And why do they need me to put her credit card in anyway? And all that stuff. Well, the thing is you want your mom to be stuck on Essentials for Life. If I had to have my mom stuck on anything, Essentials for Life would be something that I want her to be stuck on. But if my mom says for whatever reason, oh, I don't like it, or she just doesn't want to support my business or whatever, she can go on and easily modify it. It says it right there in the writing. Okay. And so all that they'd have to do then is choose which one they want. Well, which one do you want? So then I asked the person, do you want a multivitamin with all of your probiotics and enzymes and everything you need to digest your food properly, so you feel good, and it's NSF certified, and it's like a $80 value. Okay, there's Essentials for Life. Do you want that one? Maybe you're trying to lose weight. Maybe you want more energy. Ketone Zone, great product. And I go over that one with them. Maybe you just don't want to get a booster anymore because you've heard about, issues with boosters. So you want to get an immune booster, right? So this is our Resist. Resist is an immune booster. Echinacea and vitamin C, D, zinc, elderberry, all these different things that you could take once a day to boost up your immune system. Now this one here, regular $54.99. You can have that for free. Keto Zones, regularly $83.19. You can get that for free. Actually, it says regularly $103.99. And Revive is regularly $49.99, and that's great for energy. Mix it with your water, and you drink it, right? So I need some of that today because yesterday I had a 24-hour day. So we traveled a little bit and got up at probably 5 in the morning. Got to bed at 4 in the morning, and so I had a 23-hour day yesterday. So Revive is probably an essential thing that I'll be needing later on this afternoon, right? So anyways, that's what I do is I go over with the person and say, what are you looking for? What area do you want to work on? Do you need more energy? Do you want to lose weight and have clarity of thought? Do you want to boost your immune system? Are you traveling? Are you around sick people? Or do you just want everyday nutrition? Now, let's say the person says, well, I'm not really 100% sure what I want. So then I say, okay, well, let's go about this 2 different ways. Keto Zones is a good product, but it can also irritate your stomach and different things like that if you're not used to it. So with Keto Zones, you need to ease into it. So with Keto Zones, it's not something that you want to, just jump on, oh man, I'm on Keto Zones and, just go full out with it, right? So what I recommend with that one is, if you're somebody who's into weight loss and maybe you've gone through, like I do a weight loss class, I've lost a ton of weight, and you want to maintain your weight and you want the good boost of energy, I said, this is a really good one for you. But due to the fact that, there can be, some sort of side effects as far as like stomach irritation or whatever, if you're not used to it, then I always tell the person, hey, you know what, maybe don't try it. Or if you do it, since you get 20 packs, start with like a quarter of a pack for the first few days and then up your game. But Essentials everybody can take. I mean, literally with no issues at all. And you feel great. I mean, my dog takes it, my son takes it, my wife takes it, I take it. My mom takes it, my dad takes it, So everybody in your family can take it, whether they're young, old, in between. You just read the directions on how to subscribe it or how to do it. For my dog, maybe I got to take it out of the little pill thing and put it over his food or whatever. But it's good, it's great. It doesn't have any taste. It's not going to upset your stomach. It's not going to do any of that stuff. So, and it's NSF certified. Okay, now if somebody's on the fence, that's a great one to start with. Okay, now let's go down. Hi, Christine. I don't put that on there. I had to get my coffee here. So anyway, now with what I like about that, okay, let's go down to Ketone Zones, which I was just talking about. The reason why I like to have people start with that one though is because of the price. It's a $103 value. So look, if I can easily modify my subscription on anytime I want to easily modify my subscription, why wouldn't I want to easily modify my subscription with the most expensive option that's available? right? So, I mean, like, to me, it's kind of like a no-brainer, right? I mean, how many of you would agree that if you're going to get something for free, you might as well go all out? Like, I personally wouldn't get Revive for free. And the reason why is because it is the least expensive option on there. And it says right there that I can easily modify my subscription. So let's say I want to, let's say I love Keto Zones, but then I'm like, man, month number 2, I'm paying for it. Let's try Revive, and let's make a quick switch, and we go down to Revive. Let's make a quick switch. Let's go down to Revive and try that one out for a month. Okay. And then maybe after that month, I go, well, I like Revive, but that Resist sounds interesting. So then I can either call in or I can log in and I can change it up, and I can go to Resist, or I can switch over and do Essentials for Life. So it's totally up to the person, but I always say, pick the one that kind of goes to where you're aiming for, and a lot of people don't know anything about nutrition. So, I like to coach them. And if you don't know anything, you've never used anything, then definitely start with the Essentials for Life, right? So then what I like about this is right here, there's a product sheet. So I can open up that product sheet. Oh, this one says not found. That's great. Let's try another one. Sheet for them. Maybe it's just my computer. Yeah, here we go. So this, for some reason, that first one wasn't found, but let me see if this one here will come up. And it could just be my computer too, so we'll see. Oh no, here it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Move that out of the way. Okay, so here you go. So you have this whole entire breakdown of the keto zones. So, if the person's interested and they want to learn more, we'll click on the product sheets. And there it is. So, I mean, you can see what it does. Powers the brain, boosts the energy, improves the mood, better quality of sleep, metabolism support, So there's a lot of, hold on a second here, I got a chat. Let me see who's on the chat. I have a question about switching the product midstream. Okay, and that's what I'm going over now, Dave. So just like any subscription on it, it says you can call into customer service. So, and I switch my subscription every month, and it's very easy. You can log in. If you can call in, you can tell Pam or one of the girls at customer service, and you can say, hey, I'd like to switch my my subscription. You have to do it 5 days before the due date. So if you see that, you let's say you joined today and it's the 29th, by June, let's say June 20th, put a little reminder in your calendar to go ahead and do that and get it changed. Or you can just log into your back office, go to my subscriptions and edit it. Okay, so either one is good. Okay. And then know that the 30 days does not reset. So it just, because remember, Dave, when you go to edit a subscription, it's going to ask you how many days you want it for. So it'll say, you can cancel it. You can change it to 1 month. You can change it to 6 months, 12 months, whatever. So at that point, it's going to prompt them to how often they want it. So what I always tell people is when you set up a subscription, set it up for a month, 2 months, whatever you think you're going to use it for. So they can go in 2 weeks after they get their first product and switch it off if they want. Or they can switch it to 3 months instead of 6 months. So it's completely up to them. Okay. Now let's go to, let's look at Resist product sheet. Hopefully that answers your question. So now this one here is the Resist product sheet. Now this has a video. Maybe I clicked on the video. So this is cool too, because I mean, a lot of people are visual. So let me try it and see if it'll work here. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. We'll just watch it.
Special about Resist. active microalgae complex that is proven to boost natural killer cell activity by as much as 40%. Resist is clinically proven to help you maintain a healthy and stronger immune system. Like any good security team, the human immune system has a full-time extensive staff that is always working for you. Resist with Bimulina is proven to support several key immune system functions, including macrophage, T cell, natural killer cell production. Resist can help your natural defenses become better equipped to deal with the barrage of pathogens you face each and every day. This is especially important if you typically experience a lot of stress, because stress weakens us over time and makes us more susceptible. Strengthen your resistance with Resist from Vallara. It is the only immune supplement to have guaranteed activity levels or potency, so each batch is standardized for biological activity. There is nothing like Resist anywhere. I encourage you to take it each and every day. Resist is one great way to optimize your health naturally.
So there you have it. And let me switch this up, because if not, I'll keep playing. What I like about that is you're with Resist, you're able to actually work on your computer standing on one hand, with one hand on the ground and one hand up in the air on your side, which is really cool if you saw the video there. So I normally sit at a desk to do my computer work, but that lady likes to stand with one hand on the ground and one hand in the air and stuff like that. So if Resist can make you do that, it would be worth having Resist, right? But what I also like is the fact that it takes care of these killer cells, which, I mean, I didn't even know there was killer cells. So I don't think that's something I want to have, So if I can get those killers out of my body, then I absolutely want to do it. So yeah, so that's something I just learned. Dave, it's not that confusing, so you can call me later. I understand you're confused about it because you're saying that, here's what you say. I understand that part. So if I switch on day 21 and I have a week left, what happens with the money? Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. So if you have a week left, you've already gotten the subscription. So, I mean, it's based on the money. There is no money because it's on a per order basis. So if you understand how subscriptions work, you set it up and it goes monthly. So the first month's free. So there is no money. Okay. Month number 2, if I switch from Resist to Revive, I pay for Revive at the lower price. Okay. And if the person cancels, they don't pay anything. So I don't know what you're talking about when you say what happens with the money and why you would be confused about that. So it's very, very simple. It's nothing has changed. I don't know what you mean about what happens with the money and all that stuff. So when somebody joins, they join for free. They get their first month's free. After they've gotten their delivery, okay, so the product's been delivered, they're using the product. Month number 2 is coming around. They can change it, they can edit it, they can cancel it. Okay. And the only money they would spend is whatever they change it to. So if they change it to nothing, they would pay nothing. And if they change it to keto zones, they would pay for keto zones. So I don't know what you meant by that. So maybe I'm confused, but and like I said, I was up for 24 hours yesterday. So anyway. Okay, now Doreen's got a question. This is good. It says, if you switch when it's time to renew, you will be charged for what you switch. Absolutely, you got it. Good job, Doreen. So if you switch when it comes time to renew, you'll be charged for what you switch to. Good, got it. Okay, good. So it's very, very simple. The company didn't want to overcomplicate this thing. So anyways, let me just go on to the next part. So now they would just select that option. So they go in, hey, I want to use Resist. Okay, it sounds good. Okay, now they would join. So they would fill out the form. They would do their email, contact, account, shipping, payment, and associate agreement, just like that. Okay, now what I like about this is it gets all the information. Okay, and including their social security number, birth date, and it's all done secured through their own computer. So I don't have to get it on a piece of paper anymore. I don't have to say, hey, Sally, I need your social security number and your credit card and your mother's maiden name and your password and all that stuff. I don't, because then there's a piece of paper that could potentially get, I lose it or whatever. And I just don't like that, so I always had to do it, file it, destroy it, whatever. But it's just too much because now you're taking a picture of it and send it. So what I was doing anyway is I was going in my back office. I was, or I'm in my front office, I was signing the person up. Let me go ahead and exit out of this because you don't need to stare at this all day. So I would go in, I'd sign the person up, and then I would submit the form, and I would just put a little check mark that says information on file, and then I would put their ID number. So this way I'm not getting all this personal information off of a person and on a piece of paper, especially like a trade show. Like if I'm working a booth at a trade show and a person walks up to me and says, hey, I'm in, hey, would you like to have something for free? Okay, well, put your credit card and your social security number on this piece of paper. So guess what people didn't do? They didn't give me their social security number, right? Okay, so what's the big deal? Why do you need a social security number? Well, because if that person down the road sees the opportunity to actually make money in Vollara, and they don't enter their social security number, the company can't pay them. Okay, so then they have to go through the whole rigmarole of getting that changed through the back office by filling out tax forms and then sending them in. And so I love this because I was doing it anyway. I was using my front office anyway, or my front office anyway, to sign my people. And then plus it was protection for me because I knew that it was going in right. Because if I just fax over the paperwork, who knows? It's like I'm leaving a lot of stuff to chance. And let's say I meet Doreen at a show, and Doreen fills the paperwork out, and then I get busy and I stick the paper somewhere and I forget about it, and then she gets anxious and it's like, man, how am I gonna get my free stuff? And comes back and finds another guy working the booth and re-signs another paper. Now we're in a race. Who's going to get Doreen entered in first, right? So now what you could actually do is take a computer or a laptop or a cell phone, and you could say and actually an iPad would be a good idea to have. So if you're working a trade show or an event, or let's say you're just out and about, you could have an iPad or a little iPad, and then just tell the person, say, listen, I want to get you started here on your free subscription. All you have to do is just fill out some stuff on the iPad, and you could literally stand there. Like that to me is the most acceptable way of doing business in 2023 for people, especially at shows. A lot of people won't take the time to write their information down on a piece of paper, but they'll walk up to an iPad and they'll enter the information. There's a booth at a show I did once where it was, the guy came in on day one. He bought a double space, which was huge. It was like, I might have been a triple space booth. And he put a big cardboard cutout of Bigfoot. He put a background of like woods, and he had like a four-wheeler. And then he had these two iPads, and it said enter to win. And people all day long, like, sometimes they have iPads, sometimes they have a little fill out the form and stick it in a box. All day long, I'm standing there trying to get people to come to my booth, and nobody's coming. And this guy's booth is packed with a stupid cardboard cutout and a four-wheeler. People don't even know what they're signing up for, right? So that's human nature. Like, they don't want to be pressured. They don't want to stand there and do a lot of stuff. But how many times have you walked through? I've done this. I was at a trade show recently, and they were doing a vacation getaway thing. Like, I know it's a timeshare, I know it. But hey, sir, you can win a free trip to Alaska. You just got to fill out this thing. Okay, great. And they walk you in the booth, and there's like 9 iPads on these old podiums. And I filled out the information. Okay, great. I'll fill it out. I'll take a chance to win. So that's human nature. We're willing to do that kind of stuff. So guys, let's think outside the box, automate your business, part of me even doing YouTube lives now is getting the word out to more people, because these videos stay up forever. And so obviously this is a training, it's a little bit different. If I go into back office type content or whatever, I'll delete the video. But why can't I go live on YouTube and spend then 45 minutes talking about a product, and at the end send somebody a link or post a link and get people to join for free? Why can't I do that? Right? Who's to stop me? Why can't I do a live HHS? Guys, we need to start thinking outside the box, and we need to start thinking in 2023 terms when it comes to running a business, if we're ever going to make it. Obviously there's a place for the old school, right? I mean, I'm still old school. I love meeting with people. I love doing live events. I love doing healthy home showcases. I love being in front of people. But, it's like I used to do door-to-door sales, but door-to-door sales is becoming a dinosaur in a way, because people, first of all, a lot of people don't want to be bothered at their door because they work at home. And then there's a lot of people who are never at home. So that back in 1955, 1960, 1970, 1980, 1990, if I knocked on the doors in a neighborhood, there was usually somebody home and they weren't working. Maybe it was a mom taking care of kids. Usually that would be the situation, and then after 5, everybody was home. But now everything's flipped. So guess what? We have to adapt. Where are people at today? They're on their cell phone. Where are people at today? They're on their computer. Where are people at today? They're at the beach. People live a different lifestyle, especially after COVID. I'd say in the last 2 or 3 years, I've seen more and more people going away. Yeah, exactly, Doreen. I've seen more and more people going away from that. I did door-to-door sales, and I've been on the other end of a gun. So, I get it. You know what I mean? And so, there's a lot, you never know whose door you're going to knock on and what kind of mood the person's in, right? So you want to think the best of people. But you also have to understand we live in a different world. And, so, I've definitely been, you work anytime in door-to-door sales, you're going to run into some Jeffrey Dahmers out there. You know what I mean? Just don't get invited in for dinner. That's all. But, and then there's some people that are still absolutely amazing. So there's a place for that. Fact is, I encourage my son here in our neighborhood to do door-to-door sales, because I want him to build up his spine and his backbone, and to go out and face adversity, a little bit. That's why, he's 9 and he's more successful than most 39-year-olds, because of the fact that he's willing to take the hits, and I want him to experience some of that. But obviously, under my supervision or my wife's supervision, you don't want him to just take his wagon. It's not, like I said, it's not 1985 anymore. In 1985, man, my mom wouldn't even know where I was at all day. I'd load up a wagon and put a bunch of stuff in it, and I'd go door to door selling or go out in the woods and play. But times have changed. So what do we have to do? We have to meet people where they're at. We have to meet them where they're at. And the internet's where people are hanging out at. And now with AI and all the advancements and everything that's happening in that world, we need to be up to speed. And what I love about it is, Volare is a 18 company. You know what I mean? It's like every time I call into corporate, it's like calling Mayberry. They got the sheriff and the barber, and everybody knows everybody, and it is that 1918 company. That's why when they launch new things and it's all on paper, I get it. Okay, great. Here we go. Fax it in. Like I have a fax machine handy, right? But this move is a huge move. Why? Because now we're stepping into 2023 with the technology side of the thing. You don't have to go knock doors. You don't have to do any of that stuff. But now I can stand at a trade show with an iPad, and I can offer free subscriptions to people to try out an amazing product, guys. So now what's your biggest hurdle going to be? And I'm going to be wrapping up here in a couple minutes, but I'm going to tell you this. Your biggest hurdle is going to be this misconception, which it's not even really a misconception. It's a track record of what happens with subscriptions. So everybody knows that a subscription is a hook. Everybody knows that a free sample is a hook. And so there's a lot of people who won't do it. Even your family members won't, okay, because they've been burned in the past, right? So, I'll give you a quick example of this, right? So on a whole nother note, we moved into our house here in Florida in February, and I kept getting these mailers you get mailers for everything, and it's like, hey, $50 free gift card to Home Depot. So I said, man, this is awesome. Like Welcome Wagon sent me because that's what I was thinking. I grew up in the days of Welcome Wagon. where when you moved, they sent you a bunch of free stuff, free coupons to eat, free coupons for this, and that was amazing. In fact, my restaurant, we used to give people, when I owned my restaurant, I used to give people welcome wagon, um, you know, come into my restaurant, eat, have a discount on your meal, right? So anyways, I get this thing, $50 off of $50 gift card and I got a bunch of them. I saved them all, right? I had Lowe's, Home Depot. I thought, man, they know I'm moving. I need light bulbs, I need paint, I need a ladder, I need things, whatever. Well, I go to get it, and there's no free gift card at all. It's you need to schedule an appointment to have a guy come to your house, test your water, try to sell you a water system, water softener, whatever the deal was, right? Then at the end, they supposedly give you the free gift card. Okay. Well, guess what? I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to waste my time. And I mean, the fact is I actually set an appointment because I wanted to have the water guy come out so I could sell him living water. But then after like a day, I said, forget that, man. I don't even want to mess with it because they're going to send out a salesman. He's going to be high pressure. Next thing you know, I'm on a loan for the next 36 years paying for my water softener, And so I opted out on it. So then I get another one and I'm going somewhere with this, right? So I get another one for HelloFresh. And I threw it away, right? So I'm like, well, I don't want to deal with that one, because it's going to be another scam. I don't want to use it. So then I get another one. And then my son says, Dad, why don't we try out HelloFresh because, it's free. Look, Dad, it's free. It's free, Dad. We should try that one out, Dad. It's free. And I said, yeah, son, but it's a scam because they're going to hook you into, 6 months of buying HelloFresh or whatever. So finally I did it. And funny thing about it was I did it and then I canceled it like right away. I did it and I got, oh my God, I'm going to be stuck buying all these food, and I canceled it. Well, then guess what? I called him back and I asked him a million questions. I said, listen, if I don't like it, can I cancel it? And they're like, yeah, you can cancel it anytime. I said, so wait, I can get 20 free meals and I can just cancel it. And they're like, yeah, you can cancel it anytime. And I said, can I change it? Like, yeah, you can change it anytime. You just got to log into the app and make the adjustments and do the changes. And I said, okay, so what's the catch? Well, we just want you to try it. Okay, well, I'm down with that. And so I tried it. And we got our first week and it cost me shipping. I spent like $6 or something for this huge box of food. Even if you're brain dead, getting $6, getting a week's worth of food for $6 is makes sense. Even if there was a hook attached to it. So anyways, then I said, well, heck, I like it. I mean, I'm a chef, and I could cook all this food, but I like the simplicity of it, right? I get a bag, I open the bag, I make the meal, and it was great. And so then I looked in the thing, I said, look, you can refer people. So now I can give away free meals. I can give away 20 free meals. Hey guys, if you want a free meal, just inbox me. I'll send you one. I can send you 20 free meals right now. And the company sends me $25 off my next order. So next thing you know, now it goes from me like, okay, well, I got my first so many orders for free. Then it switched over where maybe it cost me $70 for a week. So then so $70 for a week for 2 people. So then I started to justify it. Well, yeah, $70. Then now every time I'd go to the grocery store, I started to run the tally because I do all the shopping, right? And so I started to run the tally in my head and I go, wait a minute. I just went to Sam's Club and I got nothing really. I got a sack of avocados, some breakfast sandwiches, a box of peanuts, and it was $85. You know what I mean? With HelloFresh, I got $75. I got a complete meals. And then guess what? Then all of a sudden they started offering premium meals. So I'm going somewhere with this guy. So what happened was I said, well, maybe I'll try the salmon, or maybe I could try a filet mignon and lobster tail, right? Because now I'm gifting it to people. So as more I'm gifting, the more they're giving me, and then the more I'm getting in deep with it. So if I, human nature now, I'm sold. Why? Because how many weeks does it take to create a habit? And then you start selling it yourself, right? So that's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. I'm going to get somebody on a subscribe and save, and it's 100% no strings attached. It's 100% no strings attached. It's free. It's not going to cost the person. Listen, guys, we're not trying to take advantage of people. The company's giving you stuff, and it's not like junk, overstock, none of that. it's right off of our shelf. I mean, this stuff is absolutely amazing. Just like whenever you do a Healthy Home Show and you get a free Air Service Pro and you get a free Laundry Pure, they're not giving you junk. Okay. But what's the end result? What happens? Just like HelloFresh with me. I went from being a skeptic who almost canceled it to be somebody, okay, I'm willing to try it for free. But then once I started to try it for free, I started to create a habit. Then they said, well, you can share this with other people and you can get a benefit from it. I believe that if I think the way this is working now is that if you share it, then the company pays you $10. So, I mean, like I have a 9-year-old, he likes to make money. If I said to him, hey son, if you go out, I'll give you $10 every time you get somebody to take a free subscription, he would probably go get me 50 of them today. You know, because 50 times 10, do the math. For a 9-year-old, that's big money, right? And then what happens is the person goes, wait a minute, I like this product. I'm going to start to refer it. I'll get the $10. But then that goes just like I did, where it goes from being, well, hey, you know, I like that. You can add some of that. You know,
Yeah.
I don't really need it right now.
Okay.
Thanks. So then it goes from where it's like, you know, well, I got essentials, but remember when I first started, I started on keto zones. I really liked the way I felt with that, but I kind of like essentials for life. And let me try resist. Then let me try, revive. And next thing you know, you got a person who's buying, like my dad. My dad buys, I mean, he's been on this vitamin kick for years. And that's why he's in great shape, in good health. And he's in his, mid 70s, because he's taking care of his body. He's been proactive. But you go to my dad's house every day, there's a box coming, and he studies this stuff. So imagine if you can get a customer like that, and then now they're buying from you, and it's, let's say it's 200 points a month, or 400 points a month, and then all of a sudden they've recruited 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people, and those people are bringing in 200 to 400 points a month. Let's just say it's 10. And they're all getting 200 points a month. Now you got a leg doing 2,000 points a month. I mean, that's really the genius behind this thing, guys. And there's nothing malicious about it. It's not trying to take advantage of people. We're not trying to pull the wool over somebody's eyes so we can make a bunch of money. None of that stuff, because a lot of companies will do that. And what I like about this is we're not that company. We're not the company who's trying to take advantage of you for our own personal gain. No, this is really a legitimate offer, same as HelloFresh. All right. So guys, seriously, it's like once we get the power of subscribe and save, it's literally going to take things to a brand new level in your life and in your business. It's going to. If this would have been out when I first started in Vollara, my financial situation would be 100% different than it is right now. I mean, not that we're doing bad or anything like that. Like, we're doing good. But imagine if 2,000 people would have been exposed, because that's what our team is, around 2,000 people. If 2,000 people would have been exposed to Essentials for Life, because a lot of people never tried nothing. They joined the business, they never tried a thing. They bought some air machines, they got a living water, maybe they got a whatever, but they never tried anything. And imagine what today would look like if yesterday I would have been putting them on a subscribe save. So now we switch gears. We signed, I think, 2 people last week on a free subscription too. And who knows, whatever will happen. Who knows? Eventually that person may land a school deal and do a massive school deal and bless, a bunch of, or maybe they know nursing homes that need to upgrade their air quality or whatever. Maybe they'll just update their own personal home and get a whole home protection. So anyways, that's the beauty of this thing, guys. We have our hands on it. Sorry I was a little rough this morning because, like I said, I was up a lot yesterday, and so I'm running on vapors, trying to get my brain to turn on this morning. But I did want to share this. And also, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, do it. I sent a link in Signal. So if you go on the link in Signal, click on it, and then we do ministry as well. So it'll say Alphonsus Ministries. I don't want to have four different channels. I had a friend say, "Oh no, you need to keep your channel separate. You need to have your business channel. You need to have your ministry channel." But my ministry is Kingdom Business, guys. So, I mean, I'm not like ashamed of, number one, I'm not ashamed of the gospel. Number two, I'm not ashamed of my business. So I share it, and the nice thing about this is that I don't have to mess around with reposting a replay that you'll never watch anyway, right? So now you come on live, and then I'll just say, go to live feed, and you can look up last week's meeting. And I'm going to read, and when I'm done, right now I just titled it Pilar AM Zoom. I'm going to change it to whatever the flow of the meeting was and archive it. So I'm going to put on there 529, you know, and I'll put a description in the description box. Hopefully I can do all that. We'll see. Maybe I'll change the thumbnail, and so, you know, you can see what we're talking about. And it'll be archived for you. And like I said, if you're not subscribed, though, you're going to miss it, because eventually I'm going to switch probably off of Zoom and switch over to other platforms and things like that. I want to make sure that you guys are all in the loop. So this is like an easy, slow transition into it. Make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you share to your other teammates, and then also hit the notification. There's a little bell in there you can push. And this way, when I go live, you'll get a little notification. All right. So listen, you guys are great. Let me just check the chats on YouTube. Let's see, we have 4 people watching over there. So that's great. Welcome on YouTube. And this is the future, guys, for us anyway. The funny thing about it, though, is I'm always late to the game. So like my son said, Dad, why are you doing YouTube live? That's old. Like, you should be doing Twitch and stuff. So I said, well, you know, I do it as I figure it out, right? So no questions on there. And then so you guys got your questions answered over here. Christine, you guys say anything? You're good? Okay, cool. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and have an amazing, awesome Memorial Day. We pray blessings on you guys. We pray blessings on your businesses. You know, make sure you're tuned in May 31st for the big announcements. That if you don't know how to get to it, go in your back office and just log in. All right, right as soon as you log in, it's going to have a reminder for the Zoom on Wednesday. If you can get a group together, great. I'm just going to jump in on Zoom and watch it live with the rest of you. I'm excited. Hey, I'm Platinum 5 in the company, and I still don't even know what's coming. I've been left in the dark. But that's okay, because it's like Christmas Day for me. I can get excited when I run downstairs and see what's under the tree. And so who's excited about, you know, what's coming? Good. Well, you should be. But anyways, yeah, make sure you're tuned into that. And if you have any questions outside of the meeting, give me a text, give me a call. We're here for you. We want to help you. Congratulations, everybody, this month. We can still finish strong. It's the 29th. You still have till June 2nd to backdate orders. So let's finish strong, guys. Let's finish strong. Go find a few new people. Let's make a challenge. Oh, one more thing I want to share with you. Stockholm, Sweden. That's an achievable trip. It really is. So, I mean, if you've I've never been to Sweden, I've never been to wherever the other place is, Baghdad, or what's the other place they're going to? There's Stockholm and anyway. What? No, Anaheim. Anaheim's in California. So I thought, anyway, so there's Stockholm and some other joint you're going to. 2 cities, very achievable, but one of the things you're going to get points for is subscribe and save. So if you put 5 people in 1 month for free, doesn't cost them nothing, you get a point. If they stick with it for month number 2, you get another point. If they stick with it from month number 3, I believe you get a 3rd point. And it's 1 point per month max. You need 50 points to win the trip. So you can get 12 right there. You can get them from hosting a HHS or for leading a HHS, 1 point per month. So that would be 24 points. You know, you can get them for signing people in your business who buy a pack every time they buy a pack. So that could be, you know, a lot of points. And then obviously there's your financial side of it. Or if you hit a certain number of growth or 200,000 points for the year, the company gives you 25 extra points towards the trip. So anyways, exciting stuff. So take advantage of that with this free subscription. So even if you don't look, my friend always said, whatever you aim for, you hit with great accuracy. Like my son, he made a goal to get a watch. He got the watch, you know. And so like we were with a group yesterday. They said, hey, imagine if you weren't believing for that, what would you have gotten? And the answer is nothing. Okay, so the fact that he believed for it, he put his faith to it, he attached his faith to it. You know, faith is a substance, and it requires action, because what's the Bible say? Faith without works is dead, right? And so you have to have faith, but you have to work faith, and you have to work your faith in wisdom, right? And so really wisdom is applying the knowledge that you know. So look, as I've given you the knowledge, now you need to go out and apply it, because if you don't apply it, you don't attach your faith to it, you're not going to have success with it. All right. So anyways, that's all I have for you today. It's 11:59. That hour went super fast. Love you all. And I'll see you next, I see you on Wednesday. All right. So, and also there's corporate calls and things like that we're going to post. So make sure you jump on those for, I think, probably on Tuesday, right? Yeah. So Tuesday for the corporate call.